Welcome back to Classic Games Revisited. I'm your host, Dami, and today I have a special treat for you. Tron, Deadly Discs for the Atari 2600. In 1982, Disney Studios released the movie Tron, a sci-fi flick about a computer programmer who got sucked into a computer program. And Mattel thought it was a great idea to take that scary concept and market a computer program based on it for kids. So, needless to say, the whole concept scared kids. They were afraid if they played Tron, they too would get sucked into their Atari and be forced to fight with discs of a deadly nature. The gameplay is quite basic, as with most Atari games. It doesn't look too bad. The animations of the running characters. You start off as a blue running Tron man, fighting 3 at a time at first of your enemy Tron people, hurling discs at each other. Those blocks around the border are doorways, and you can lock them by hitting them with your disc. And the object is not to get hit by too many discs. Each time a disc hits you from an enemy, you change colors. You start out blue, then you progress to a color scale until you're a faded kind of pinkish salmon yellow. And at that point, one more disc spells curtains. It took me quite some time to figure out what to actually do in this game. I had no idea. I plugged it in, turned it on. There was only one game mode. Atari was good for having a cartridge that had several game modes on one game. Slight variance to the game, whether it be 1 or 2 players or slight subtle differences. This game doesn't have that feature. It's just one game mode. After I got that squared away, I started the game up and saw that immediately 3 guys were trying to kill me. I don't quite understand how the doors work. I tried to walk through them a couple times, and they seem to work sometimes and other times not. So apparently they have to unlock somehow, or lock, or something. What that something is, I couldn't tell you. I do know that when this game came out, I never played it. I didn't know anybody that had it. I knew it existed, but nobody had it. And that's probably because it was a scary concept in '82. Computer programs were a new thing to the non-professional. Your average Joe really didn't understand how they worked. And subsequently, the concept was foreign enough that you could make an entire movie about digitizing something, which meant that it actually physically went into a computer circuit. The concept is ridiculous by today's standards, but so little was known by the layperson about computers at the time, it seemed plausible. I imagine it's much like the surprise of the indigenous people when they met, of the Americas, when they met Europeans and saw gunpowder. They didn't quite know how it worked, but they knew that it was powerful, as is computer circuitry, and dangerous, as Tron proves to us. Inside each little circuit is a Tron man who throws deadly discs at you. I think my high score playing this game was 170, which isn't very stellar. And I did have rounds where I got as little as 40 points total before dying. The game is a little tricky. You can only kill your enemies when your disc is leaving you, not on its return flight path. And one thing I can say that did surprise me was how friggin' addictive Tron Deadly discs can quickly become. The concept is simple. The gameplay is fairly sturdy for Atari. Not stellar, but at the same time, I've seen much, 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 much worse. And it can be fun. Thank you for tuning in to Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.